What is going on, guys? So today is going to be a little bit of a different video. I want to be talking about my VHS collection and movie collection. Now, I love collecting Disney original VHS tapes for whatever reason. You can get them dirt cheap. I think that's part of the reason why I like it. I think the other reason is the artwork is fantastic, and all these movies are home runs and are incredible movies. So I absolutely love collecting these VHSs, going to thrift stores, flea markets, and all that good stuff. It's great to go out and find these rare but still inexpensive VHSs. So I'm gonna just go over and just show some highlights here that I have of these movies, and then I'll just kind of tell a couple stories about some of these, and I'll probably go in depth down the road if this video does well. But anyway, let's get started. I have these in alphabetical order, which most people on YouTube display them on their theatrical release dates, but for whatever reason I think it's easier to just organize these by their alphabetical order. So as you can see, here are some of my movies here. Now it's fun to try and find the different versions, like the Diamond Classics version, and then the Platinum Edition ones, and then the Gold Collection ones. It's just, I don't know, I just recently got into it and I just can't stop. And again, there's a lot of movies here, but I've usually get them for 25-50 cents a piece, and so it looks like a lot, but it's really not. So now the biggest thrill here is when I find one of these completely white clamshell movies. These are older, released I think in the 70s and the 80s, and maybe just the 80s. But anyway, the most important one here is this one that I recently found, Swiss Family Robinson. It is one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of all time. I probably watched this, no lie, over 100 times when I was a kid. I would rent this specific copy. I'd go to the store and I'd the movie rental store, and I'd look at it and I just couldn't believe how cool this movie was back then. And it was shot, I think, in the 50s or the 60s. It's a very old movie. But anyway, this is the copy that I remember renting as a kid. So when I found it a couple weeks ago, I just was blown away, and I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, these white clamshell movies are fun to find, and again, the artwork's cool. The logo of Mickey and Walt Disney is really neat, and so I have a couple cool ones here. I think that one's my favorite, and then the Sleepy Hollow one that I have here is really, really cool. The Mary Poppins here I remember renting this one as a kid as well. That one's pretty neat. I love Christmas movies, so I think this one's also pretty neat. A Disney Christmas Gift. And here's Jimmy Cricket's Christmas, with all the different characters on there singing, and this is more just like a sing-along kind of thing. And what's cool is, like, a couple years later they released the non-clamshell version, the newer edition, but it's the exact same back. As you can see, they use the exact same pictures. That's pretty neat. And then, like, when you're out and about and you're finding these movies, it's crazy, because like here's Paddington Bear. Who knew, like, Disney had a movie with Paddington Bear in it? It's crazy. So anyway, just finding these kind of rare little movies. Now this one actually is pretty rare, and it goes for a decent amount of money, anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks on eBay. But anyway, it was just fun to find this one, and I had no idea that Disney produced a Paddington Bear movie. I didn't watch it, but I might eventually pop it in just to see what it's all about. And then here are some Disney Afternoon. Now, I'm always thrilled when I get a couple of these. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers is one of my favorite TV shows growing up as a kid. As you can see, there's DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. Like, here's the holiday special versions of Darkwing Duck and Goof Troop. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And then here's like the Halloween version of Boo Busters, Chip 'n Dale, and there's Max from Goof Troop again. And then some of these sing-along ones are pretty old, like this Hi-Ho one. You can tell the artwork on that's really old. And then the newer version of Hi-Ho here, again, it's kind of cool to see that. So that's some of those. I don't really collect the Winnie the Pooh ones, but when they're 25 cents, I'll pick them up. And then I don't really collect the I do more of the animated films, not the live action, but those are some of my favorite live action movies. This Geppetto one I never knew even came out, so I just picked this up because it's Drew Carey as Geppetto, and there's like Elaine Bennis or Julie Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld. Like, it's kind of crazy. Oh, and then this one's kind of bizarre too. This is the Very Hungry Caterpillar. I remember reading this book as a kid. I'm sure all of you do as well. But this is a movie, I guess, of the book. It's really bizarre, and I can't believe I found that. Again, it's a Walt Disney Home Video. Pretty cool with that as well. Okay, so let's go over some of my favorite little pickups here with my movies. These gold collections, for whatever reason, the artwork on them I think is incredible. And so there's a couple gold collections here. There's Aristocats, there's A Bug's Life. Sorry the lighting isn't the best. Also, these Platinum Edition ones are pretty neat too. I mean, everyone remembers like this cover, but this is like the up close, and you can tell his animation on that is different than in the original Classics one. And then Brave Little Toaster is a lesser known Disney movie, but it's an incredible story. And then there's an actual sequel to it too, and as you can see, there's the Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, which is also really cool of a Disney movie. And then some of the really old ones that I have here that I was able to recently find. This Dumbo's, as you can tell, is kind of old. Here's the Classics version, and then here's the original one. And there are older versions of Dumbo, but this is my oldest one that I have. Let's see here. And then I just recently got this one, this gold collection of Fox and the Hound. As you can see, the artwork's kind of cooler than the original. For whatever reason, I like the gold collection better there. And then this is kind of a unique one. I don't think this even came out on DVD yet, but this is, or ever, this is the Gargoyles movie. Now this was a Disney afternoon kind of TV series, but then the Gargoyles, the movie came out, which is kind of cool to see there. Then the Goofy movies, love those. And then, like, it's fun collecting the Hunchback of Notre Dame, right? And then the straight to, I guess, VHS releases, like Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, and then like later Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure. So those, and like Jungle Book 2, those were never had theatrical releases, but they had sequels. So those are kind of fun to find, because as kids you didn't really ever see those. You just saw the big releases. So like here's Lion King 2, that never got a theatrical release, I don't think. So anyway, that's kind of neat. And then let's see, this is my original one as a kid, is Pinocchio. Now this is what the really old ones looked like, with the black clamshells, and these are actually padded cases. They're really soft. So when you squeeze them, you can actually feel how soft they are. It's kind of like there's like a pillow inside of those clamshells. I'm going to show you all the gold collection because I love these artworks. So there's another one of the Rescuers Down Under. And then one of my favorite pickups here, I'm going to get down low here. Now this is a pretty rare Sleeping Beauty. It's hard to find this. I found these all in the same lot. I found this at a Salvation Army. Then I found this in the same lot, Salvation Army. This is, again, the black one, which is kind of harder to find, which is pretty cool. And then I found the Sword in the Stone one in the same one. That's kind of hard to find. Again, it's a classic, but it was the original classic, and then here's the later released classic. And then, no, I guess that's about it. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna probably do a couple more videos on VHSs, but that's just some of my favorite highlights in my VHS collection so far. And you can see I have some Disney Vinylmations there of Tailspin, and then just my Mickey, and then I have my Tailspin actual vehicles up there with Goofy and Pinocchio. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and comment if you want me to go a little more in depth in some of these. I know it was kind of generalized, but let me know if you want to see more of these types of videos with my VHS collection. Thanks for watching.